and it was about our country and its future. And I wondered what our choice was going to be. Were we going to be small, or were we going to be big?
You just watched a video that was posted by Donald Trump. It's a video of Chris Christie. Obviously, it is edited to make it look like he's in a Chinese buffet and or an all-you-can-eat buffet. I think there was some Chinese food in there, but nonetheless, Trump posted it because it's apparently totally okay and widespread to make fun of Chris Christie's weight. Honestly, I've seen it everywhere. I haven't just seen it with right-wingers. I've seen it with all sorts of people on social media, regardless of what their political leanings might be. But Trump didn't stop there. Before we get to more of his gross attacks on Chris Christie, let's talk about Christie himself. So the former governor of New Jersey has decided to launch his 2024 presidential announcement. He did so last night with some of the harshest critics going after him, including Donald Trump. And he went after Trump himself. He also went after Trump's family members, which is different from what we've experienced from other GOP presidential candidates. So let's take a look at the next video where you'll get a sense of what I'm talking about.
A lonely, self-consumed, self-serving mirror hog. The person I am talking about, who is obsessed with the mirror, who never admits a mistake, who never admits a fault, and who always finds someone else and something else to blame for whatever goes wrong, but finds every reason to take credit for anything that goes right, is Donald Trump. The grift from this family is breathtaking. It's breathtaking. Jared Kushner and Ivanka Kushner walk out of the White House and months later get $2 billion from the Saudis. $2 billion from the Saudis. You think it's because he's some kind of investing genius? Or do you think it's because he was sitting next to the president of the United States for 4 years doing favors for the Saudis?
I mean, he did do favors for the Saudis. He certainly did that. I mean, everything that Chris Christie said there was true. He was not afraid to call Trump out by name, whereas every other GOP candidate seems to beat around the bush or just avoid attacking Trump altogether. But I do want to just remind you all that Chris Christie endorsed Trump in 2016 and in 2020 as well. So John, what say you?
I was hoping that you wouldn't end with also 2020. Yeah, that's not great.
No, it's awful. I mean, imagine experiencing the Trump administration for 4 years straight and then deciding to endorse him anyway. And now the whole brand that Chris Christie's going for is, I'm the tough guy because I'll call Trump out.
He's been criticizing him for a couple years. I mean, you could in theory, I guess, have endorsed him, but then seen what happened after the election and been appalled by it. I don't really think so, but yeah, there is, look, I will say, I don't think that he has basically any chance whatsoever of winning this. But maybe that's just because I grew up in Connecticut. I grew up around a lot of Italians. I watched Sopranos growing up. But when he speaks, he does seem more like an actual person than the vast majority of politicians, I think, when he was speaking there. I mean, those are prepared remarks and everything. He's said them in a mirror himself before, I'm sure. But he seems less, he's not a Ted Cruz, he's not a Marco Rubio. He seems like a person who's actually thinking and cares about some of this stuff. It doesn't seem all to have been constructed. He's, I'm sure, terrible in a lot of ways, particularly politically when it comes to economics.
Yeah,
I'm sure so much better than like a Trump or something.
I mean, I'm sure no one coached Chris Christie on like trying to appear like a normal person by putting his hand in his pocket as he's talking to the public. I mean, yes, right? Okay. Like, because that's how normal people talk, right? They like to put their hand in their pocket and be like, you know,
he seems more like a real person.
I am a normal person.
And cousin Greg's in the background. But let me just also say, on the jokes, they've been brutal. I mean, like, I know we don't care, it's the most expected thing in the world, but like the former president of the United States.
Who's also overweight, by the way.
Who's also incredibly overweight. Yeah. Like, just, that's not an opinion, that's not mockery, it's just simply a fact. Yeah. You know, I've had my own struggles, I understand, I'm not throwing stones or whatever, but like that's, you clearly are.
Just kidding.
But now I feel worse. So anyway,
you're not struggling. You're Swolderola. Everyone knows it.
Anyway, we're not gonna make this about me any more than I already have. his son brutally attacking him, Roger Stone. Now, these are all obviously super hotties, so I understand why they'd throw stones around physical appearance. Everybody wants to be them or be with them, but it's weird too because like I'm sure there are tons of Trump fans wearing MAGA hats and grab them by the PT shirts who are like laughing uproariously at these jokes that are themselves very overweight. What percentage of like the average 50-year-old Trump fan is obese in America?
Guys,
70%? This is just America.
The majority of Americans are either overweight or obese. Like it is a problem in the country. Like it has been an ongoing problem in the country. I'm not saying that to insult anyone. It is incredibly difficult to stay in shape in this country for a variety of reasons, okay? It's not just because people are irresponsible with their diet. I mean, we have massive issues with healthcare in America, massive issues with the affordability of good quality food.
Or education around food and
education around food, exactly. So like, I'm not saying that to be terrible or insulting toward most Americans. I'm saying that because that is the reality that we're dealing with. And so what I am actually very curious about is for all of these goons who are making fun of Chris Christie specifically, like Chris Christie is a target-rich environment on like his run as governor of New Jersey. There's so many different things that you could like take jabs on him on. Instead, they're just going with, he's overweight. Well, the majority of Americans happen to be overweight. So how are they gonna feel about you just targeting Chris Christie on that alone?
Yeah, most of them probably perfectly fine. I think the vast majority, particularly of conservative Americans, have been trained that it is totally acceptable and it does not bother them. It's woke to care about that. Fat phobia is a ridiculous lib commie, San Francisco. I'm being serious. Like, and by the way, also on the jokes, like I talked about this on the Damage Report this morning. Like, it is super normalized in America to mock people for their weight. It's like the most common thing in the world. And as I said, it's not like if you go back enough years, I haven't made jokes or whatever. I don't think they were ever particularly vicious or particularly common, but I did.
I, for one, have never, ever
you might not have, I don't know.
Someone out on their weight, not even once. There has never been a viral video of me pointing at a prominent public figure and calling him
I get what you're
fat
saying.
F.
But let me just quickly say,
I have.
One of the reasons that I think so many people think that it's okay is part of the training and the normalization is, I'm not mocking a person because they're fat. I'm mocking a bad person by pointing out that they're fat. But what I'm attacking is that they're bad, but that's not actually how it works. You are mocking the fact that someone's overweight, and there are plenty of people that you like that agree with you that are not bad people, but are also overweight. You are mocking them when you mock the bad person. You are not suddenly freed up to mock people for their body composition, their race, their ethnicity, their sexuality, just because this example's a bad person. That's not actually how it works.
I mean, look, I have no leg to stand on this because I called Alex Jones fat a fat F as he invaded our live broadcast during the Republican National Convention in 2016. I have never apologized for that. I will never apologize for that because he is a terrible person. And I get what you're saying. In the heat of that moment, I wasn't gonna scream out like a well thought out, argument against him. Right?
You're often illogical.
Right, I wasn't like.
You don't think about the things you say.
However, in the context of literal GOP presidential candidates, it's a little different. You have more of an opportunity to kind of like think through what your critique is gonna be. And if your critique is just as simple-minded as, that guy's fat. Okay, you got anything else? Now, I do want to talk a little bit about why Christie thinks he could win. He genuinely thinks he could win. He's very low in the polling right now, but who knows? I mean, there's a lifetime between now and the general election. Apparently, he says that he'll do better in 2024 because he can now hit Trump's actual record. He didn't build a wall. We haven't gotten our first peso, meaning Mexico didn't pay for a wall. But Trump has been attacked on that before. I don't know if it's gonna work with Chris Christie doing it. I think the only thing that might work is if you find Trump's Achilles heel and mock him for it and throw him off his game. But I don't know if Chris Christie has that in mind. I do wanna read a quick excerpt from CNN breaking news editor David Mark, who thinks that, you know what, Chris Christie's got a good shot. Got a good shot. He writes, Christie is casting himself as the one moderate GOP primary candidate willing to confront Trump head on, along with a relatively bipartisan record as New Jersey's governor from 2010 to 2018. This approach makes Christie the most distinctive non-Trump GOP candidate, one with a narrow but plausible path to victory.
Most of that paragraph is accurate. I don't know about the plausible. Yeah, I think he makes more sense than a lot of the other moderate Republicans who are only sort of technically running, but they're not really gonna try to take down Trump. I think he has about as good a chance as anyone of landing solid blows on Trump, but I don't think that that's a good chance regardless. And I don't know how many, I don't know how many Republicans want an actual moderate, less crazy person who's not gonna just constantly talk about trans pole vaulters or whatever. Like, I don't know what that constituency is. Is it 10% of Republicans? I just don't think that's enough.
I'm just curious to find out how things will develop as this election season heats up. I'm actually surprised at how many Republicans decided to throw their hat in the race, or their hat in the race?
Hat in the ring.
Hat in the ring. I thought that most of them would be terrified to run against Trump, but big ups to them for deciding to do it. But I guess extra credit to Chris Christie for being able to do what every other contender has been shying away from, which is call Trump out by name.
Yep.
And that's it. I don't want to get to more like fat shaming stuff from Trump. It makes me uncomfortable.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.